What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY. Welcome back to Juggalo Talk. God damn, how long has it been since we've been able to say that?
Too long.
Too long. Hey, October is the last time that we did this.
Really?
October, right before Halloween, they released the Yum Yum tracks, and you could preview them. So we did like our makeshift sampler where we listened to the snippets of the tracks. But that's the last time we've done this.
And we've got a whole box of excuses as why, with us both getting sick and issues at work, and we're renovating, but now we got this bomb-ass new setup. Oh, I'm so happy. Well, you can't see the whole office. But this side of the office is done. We're making progress, so
yeah.
This is huge that we have this the space now to do videos. I mean, this has been something that we've been talking about for a long time, wanting to do.
Yeah, and I'm sure I mentioned it a few times in videos that like the background was changing because you all of a sudden could see this white ass wall, and I'm like, there's no way to really hide it. I was like, we're making steps, we're changing some shit around. Before I jump too far in, god damn, I didn't even properly introduce. And joining me as always is Megs. Welcome back to Juggalo Talk, YouTube's only Juggalo talk show that isn't a talk show, but we're all Juggalos, so let's talk. So obviously you guys see we have a whiteboard behind us.
Yeah, we've changed a few things, and we're gonna ramp it up a little bit.
We've got topics up there. We're still working on the whiteboard, things we want to put on there. Eventually, these hopefully will become like the thumbnail. I don't know what I'm going to do for thumbnails yet, but we have topics we want to talk about, and down the road we want to be able to write up there like topics you guys want us to talk about. Because I mean, this is Juggalo Talk. It's all of us talking together, right? So that would be the ultimate goal, is to have you guys want us to talk about certain shit. You know what I mean? Like drop our 2 cents, drop ours.
Right.
So one of the things we have on there is ICP's Twitch streams postponed. That's kind of old news right now.
Well, we before you jump in, we have like an itinerary. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Like I kind of have like a list of what to go through, so we don't forget anything or skip anything, and it's gonna be a little bit more structured.
Right. Well, the only reason I'm saying that is what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to say all this together is, obviously the Twitch streams is old news, but you guys haven't heard our thoughts on it. So that's kind of like, our thing about making this topic. Like, it's old news. We're not a news show. We're going to give you our thoughts, our opinions on it. Before we jump too far into it, how is the audio levels? Can you guys hear us okay? The microphone's a little bit far away. That's kind of why I feel like I'm shouting. But, fucking chat is popping off. That's great. What are some things that you wanted to say? Oh, I know what I want to say. You guys see the moon mist chilling right here. We just filmed a new video for Megs' channel. If you guys remember, it's been a while since we did it, but we did like a taste test where we were all blindfolded and had to guess what was Coke, what was Faygo, and what was like Sam's Club was the other one.
Well, this one was Moon Mist, Sprite, Twist, and 7-Up. So.
Yeah, so make sure you go check out Megs' channel. Link is in the description, or if you go to the main page of my channel, you'll see like off to the side there's like other flavor, I believe is the segment. I need to go through and change that. It's been a few years, but you can find Megs' channel very easily. Make sure you go check that video out, because
it is Megs, like MEG with a Z. So Megs Diamond.
Yep, she did get a name change. So
I did. I want to start off with the very first segment, and it's one of my more excited segments. It is the Pot of Freshness. So our goal is every live stream or every like Juggalo Talk, we're gonna pull something out of this Pot of Freshness and we're gonna give it away. So should I just pull like something out?
Well, I mean, how do we want to do this? Like, how do we want to have people enter these little giveaways? And these will be separate from like the main giveaways that I'm doing.
Well, whoever's here right now, because they obviously got the notification and stayed to when it went live, I think that's what we should do.
So what we should do then, do we want to draw a prize at the end of the show? Because there might be some people still kind of coming.
My favorite segment.
Well, my thing is
okay.
I'm just saying, if somebody's coming and they're late to it, they miss out on it. You know what I mean?
We'll move on to my favorite segment that I'm really excited for. What is it? It's AITA. It's Am I the Asshole? They play it on radio shows. I listen to it on my way to work and I love it. And I was like, why don't we do this for our live stream? So I just pulled like a random one off of Reddit. But now that this is like the first one that we're doing, I wanted to tell everybody, if you have an Am I the Asshole story, you can comment on any of my videos. Any of them. Am I the Asshole? And then comment like your short story. And I'll include it because I'm the one that's like doing this part of it, so it'd be easier if it's on my channel because I can go to my notifications. So all you gotta do is just comment on literally any video and just make sure you like title it like Am I the Asshole? So that I know that you're wanting it for this segment.
Let me ask you this, because I know you have an Instagram. Can people message you on Instagram too?
No.
Okay.
Because then I can't copy and paste. So.
Well, you could, but I see what you're saying.
It'd just be easier to keep it with YouTube because this is on YouTube. So.
Right on.
Am I the Asshole segment is where we read a short story of someone asking if they're the asshole, and then we're going to debate if they are or not. So I'll start.
Very interesting.
Am I the asshole for calling my coworker chunky after she repeatedly called me slim and makes references to my weight after I've asked her multiple times to stop? So I have a female coworker who repeatedly calls me slim regarding my weight. I'm a female 5'9", so she's almost 6 foot, and she's only 115 pounds, so very slim, very skinny. My coworker is how you would say overweight, and all the time she makes comments about my weight. She calls me slim, or says I need to put meat on my bones. I've overheard her telling other coworkers, "Oh, I don't know, go ask the toothpick," or whatever. She says stuff like you need to eat more, and I've only been working here for about 8 days, and I've asked her literally every day nicely to stop. So yesterday I decided to change things up. I decided as soon as she calls me slim, as soon as she does it, I'm going to call her chunky. So today I went in the next day and she says, "Morning, slim." And I replied, "Morning, chunky." Everybody in the office got upset because by the end of the day, she actually was crying. Everybody at work was mad at me, saying that I should apologize because I was fat shaming her, and being fat's different, and being called skinny is a compliment. I said, as long as she calls me slim after I've asked her not to, I will call her chunky. But now on, I'm the bad person. Everyone at work is causing issues, excluding me out. Am I the asshole? Do I need to apologize? And then she kind of like unedited that she did contact the manager, and they kind of just basically said this is high school shit, like deal with it.
Right.
But it says that she kind of works for like a small business, and there's only about 6 to 8 people there. So, she's like the oddball one out now. So, I mean, what do you think? Is she the asshole?
So, I think personally, no. Because she told the other girl, I don't like being called slim. I don't like being called toothpick. So for her to finally fire back with chunky, and that girl didn't like it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't think she's the asshole at all.
Yeah.
Funny thing about that is we actually, where I used to work, we had somebody, and you know who I'm talking about, and I'll tell you later. He was a slacker. He was worthless. Well, he was a bigger guy. And our little nickname for him was Slim. We never said it to his face. We would always refer to him as Slim. Like, yo, Slim has the forklift right now.
Oh, because he's not slim.
Okay. Right.
So I think the lady that was calling her slim is the asshole, because I personally know people who are skinny who try to gain weight. They want to be more curvy or voluptuous, and they really struggle to. And I've also know people who are bigger than me who are struggling to lose weight. So in my opinion, I don't think it's one or the other. I think they're both equally. I don't think being called skinny is a compliment. I don't think being called fat's a compliment. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's regardless. Like, if someone's asked you, hey, like for whatever reason, they're insecure, they don't like it, whatever the reason is, they've asked you not to call them slim. You need to stop.
Yeah,
So.
right.
Oh, did you see Coma's comment?
Yeah. Do a real quick catch up on the chat. Yeah, the thing about that coma is I've held on to it, but I didn't know where to ever put it.
But now you got somewhere.
Yeah, because at the apartment, which you go way back, I had the green walls behind me. That's been a few years. I didn't really have anywhere to have it kind of on display in videos. And at our last place, the room that we had for our office was tiny, real tiny. So I couldn't really display it there. So I got it here now. I'm not sure if it's going to stay there. This is just kind of wedged between the wall and the shelf behind me. There's a chance it's going to end up on this wall, maybe on the other side of my CD towers, because you can just see that wall when I do my actual videos. It's more turned at an angle. So I'm thinking there or there, but I got to double check with the missus before I go putting holes in the wall.
Yeah, I told him that when he moved in here with me. I said that's the one thing, like, you're not allowed to put holes in the wall without talking to me first.
Yeah.
But that wasn't like out of nowhere. Like, there's some things that, like, shit has happened that he did at his own apartment that made me like, oh hell no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you guys remember going back to older videos, I had a shelf up on the wall that had like Quest for Shangri-La was on there, Into the Echo Side. It had a little sign that was like screwed to the front of it. I don't know where that sign's at. I think it's over there. That's actually now above. That's what's holding the boom for the mic. When I first hung that up, I totally missed a stud, and the shelf like pulled out like a big ass hole. And that was when she made the comment, when we move into this house, you're not putting holes in the wall. You double check with me before you do any drilling or anything. I like to drill and use screws rather than nails. It's more secure to me, but it leaves a bigger hole.
So should we move on to Juggalo news? Because we have a few topics to talk about.
Yeah, real quick before we do, just want to give a shout out to some of the chat members: Don Chaos, David Carmichael, Coma Black, of course. Lorgasm and the Ha members are in the Ha right now. Swedish Pocket actually said it's in the middle of the night where he's from. He's obviously from Sweden. So he said he was about to go to bed, but I guess not.
That can be for the giveaway. Everyone can say what time it is at their place, and we'll randomly pick one.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Brooklyn Menace popped in. I'm sure he's still watching. Little Ninja, shout out to him. Sad Boy Hours and the Real Freak. Jesse Cronin. That's everybody that's popping off in the chat right now. Don Chaos said he's actually getting ready to move.
Oh, shit.
Yep, he's moving out of Colorado. If I remember correctly, I thought he said he's
moving states.
Yeah, all that full-on moving. I believe he said he's moving towards Florida, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
So I know he's told me, like, he told me at Hollow Wicked he really wants to move towards the Midwest.
Florida's not the Midwest, though.
No, it's not. That's why I was kind of like, if it's true, if it's Florida, I was like, where did Florida come from? There must be a ninja down there that's willing to, like, let him move in with him.
So you let me know when you ready?
Let's jump into the news.
First thing I have is ICP kind of postponed their Twitch stream. They did it like shortly right before it was supposed to go live, so it was like super last minute. They announced they're going to be stepping away for like a couple weeks, and the actual like post is, oh my god, okay, sorry. It says, "What's up, Juggalos? We're taking a very short break from Twitch live streams, but fear not, we will be back again live in 2 weeks with all new flavor to make your eyelids pop inside and blow your hairline back 17 inches. So I don't know. I kind of feel like something must have happened, because to do that right before we're supposed to go live, like people, make plans and make arrangements to be able to attend these things. And to do it like right before it went live, that seems kind of like really last minute.
Yeah. So the thing about that is, I haven't been subscribed to Twitch. You can watch it for free if you catch them live, but they always go on at like 10 o'clock at night, usually when we're heading to bed. So I haven't really caught anything.
No, we're like in bed by 10.
Right. Well, and they're always late.
We're like asleep by 10.
They're always late, so you add that in there too. So I haven't been watching either Twitch streams, but I guess they've been postponing a lot of shows like lately in the last month and a half. A lot of shows have been getting postponed. And then this last one, they were like, full on, we're taking a break. So I don't know if there's something personally going on with I'm gonna assume Jay because the Palcast has continued to go on. Maybe Jump Steady has been a real driving force behind the Twitch streams, and he's need to give more focus to the gathering. I don't fully know. My hope is they're postponing it so that they can go finish and wrap up the next seed. Again, obviously, Shaggy is still going out and streaming, but if he's streaming for his shit and then streaming for ICP's Twitch, how much time is he going to have to dedicate to like fucking doing YouTube or doing ICP shit in the studio? You know what I mean? So that to me is kind of like what my hope is they're wrapping up the seed. That's why. But who knows what's going on with that? What are your thoughts?
I'm just gonna be honest, and I like totally spaced out. I was thinking about other shit, but you do you, boo. You did a good job.
But what was you spacing out about? Share with the class.
No, I'd rather not.
All right.
But
Humble Among's in the chat. Whoop whoop. Apparently this Humble Among guy. I found him on Twitter. I realized he does YouTube. He started talking about putting out this album on April Fool's Day. Then I realized he's been a rapper who's been doing music for a while. I was like, where the fuck has this guy been? Like, I had no clue
on
he was
YouTube,
out there.
apparently.
Yeah, well, his response to me was Vermont. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, that's the thing right now. Like, there's so much music out there to explore, but there's also so many Juggalo content creators out there as well. It's hard to really like discover some that you find are dope. Like Deck One Delt, been watching them now for a minute, but they've been doing the shit since Fearless Fred Fury dropped it. I don't even remember how I discovered them, but they were ones that were also like not on my radar for a while.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun, it's discovering new.
And those guys deserve more subscribers. They only have like 200 or 300, and they put on a great podcast, I think, every Sunday. So
yeah, we just got Apple Music, so that's been like huge for me. I've been doing like searching by artists, and then I go by top songs. So they also have songs that they're featured in. So I'm like discovering all these new artists. I can't even remember what it was. I think maybe it was like Tech9, or it might have been Kung Fu Vampire. I had put them on, and it was showing like other artists that were featuring them in, and I was like, holy shit! I didn't even know that they. Yeah. I think it was it Five Finger Death Punch did a song with Tech9 or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, what? I didn't even know that. So I've been really enjoying Apple Music.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been using it for a while. I used Spotify before that, but Spotify was cool and all, but when I realized that Apple Music it has iTunes Match built into it, so whatever's in your iTunes library on your computer syncs right up to your phone, and I'm like, well, shit, Willoughby Rag's Magical Bag of Poop would then be accessible on my phone. Archetype and Transgression by Fear Factory is not on Spotify because obviously Dino Cazares does not own the rights to that. I guess those rights are still retained by the label that they put those albums through, so they're not on Spotify. Apple Music allows me to have those on my phone. I made the switch to Apple Music last year, and I've been thoroughly happy with it. Just been trying to get you to give it a shot. So I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it, because I know I've been enjoying it. And they do this really cool thing at the end of the year, and you can actually do it now. You go on there and it'll give you like your top 10 albums you've listened to, your top 100 songs you've listened to, and then it'll give you a top 10 of which artists you've listened to by how many hours.
We should do that, like in a video, the two of us. I'm just curious.
Oh, like a comparison?
Yeah.
What I've been doing is at the end of the year, I'll do like my top 10 albums of like 2021 I did. Mm-hmm. So just using the analytics from them to show what did I listen to the most. So.
Alrighty. So in some bigger, better news, Faygo Lovers is where I found this article. And they were talking about the website filmthreat.com has like a title called Award List, and there is a category for independent films for musical documentary, and ICP's United States of Insanity is actually one of the nominees, which is awesome.
That is dope.
Yeah, super dope. And Fagel Lovers had said that the ceremony will take place May 21st, and that they will report what the end result is. So I will definitely be checking Fagel Lovers to see if we get like the result on where it ended up at. But I think that's super fresh that they even got nominated, that they're even on the charts of like, hey, this is a documentary worth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really awesome because I feel like that the documentary got a lot of love, but I feel like it didn't get enough love. They played it in select theaters, and I guess
Hey, at least it went to theaters.
that's true. I had seen where there were some people saying that there was like only 5 or some, less than 50 people, less than 20. I think it's some that didn't show up.
Well, I mean, what do you expect? It's online. Most juggalos probably ordered it, so they have a physical copy.
That's true. But I just feel like that documentary is a really good one to introduce outsiders to what juggalos are about. You know what I mean? In a positive light. I feel like they did a really good job of not making juggalos look like freaks, like a sideshow, like a laughing stock.
Right. Speaking of that,
yeah. Great segue.
I was looking up like definitions of what juggalos are, and the most like disturbing was on Urban Dictionary. And I don't know if any of you guys know, is there like a way that we can change that definition, like appeal it or suggest something else? Because their definition was a juggalo is an individual who is a complete and total failure at life and worships ICP. Most cases of juggalos are a hybrid cross between cult member, gang members, and juvenile delinquents.
Wow.
So, and what I guess my issue is let's say a non-juggalo, right? So he finds out that his coworker's a juggalo, or their neighbor's a juggalo, or someone they're gonna rent to is a juggalo, and they look up what is a juggalo, and that's what comes up.
Yeah.
That's really big if you really think about it.
Yeah.
How like damaging that can be to people and relationships, and I mean, just something to think about. Like, I don't know if we can get that changed or how we would go about that, but that would be awesome if we could.
I would assume so because I'm pretty sure Urban Dictionary is much like Wikipedia. It's like user submitted, so there's always edits going on. But my thing is like I hope they wouldn't go look on Urban Dictionary for a
look. I
description
literally typed it in. And it was like the third one that came up.
The third? Oh, okay.
It was like on the first page.
I would think most people would think Wikipedia is a more credible source.
Have you looked it up on Wikipedia?
I haven't. You should do that real quick. But funny story about that. I think I've told it before. I'm pretty sure you've heard it before. But at my last job that I had, there was an assistant manager who like really respected me. I always was the first one to jump in and tackle projects. He knew he could always count on me. And one day, I don't remember how he found out. I'm assuming he saw my tattoo or something. But I had mentioned that I was a juggalo, and he goes, "Really?" And he kind of looks at me. He's like, "I never would have imagined that." And I just right back looked at him and I said, "I will smash any juggalo stereotype there is." So, like he never really changed the way he treated me after that. It was, I think for him it was eye opening. And he said something about he had a nephew who was a juggalo and it was also like a furry. So my assumption is his nephew was just kind of misunderstood by him, and so he just took that and everyone in this category is now misunderstood kind of thing. But we've actually had some coworkers recently ask me about my tattoo, and we had another one.
The car decal we get asked about all the time at work.
I have people that'll see it and be like, "Oh, I like the clowns." It's like, yeah, me too, because I have ICP's faces on the back of my car. So, but yeah, I had one lady. We went out to lunch with them, and she asked me about my tattoo and what it was, and I just told her. I think you actually told her. You said it was supposed to be like a Mad Paperboy, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what it previously was. That was the first edition. That's not lying. That's not lying.
It's a little bit more professional than going into like the details, but
yeah,
So the definition on Wikipedia is actually not that bad. It's not the best one that could be. I think we could do a better job, but It's not too bad.
Alex in the chat said, LOL, you unfamiliar with how Urban Dictionary works? It's all jokes and negativity on purpose. It's 100% not a credible source. Okay.
Well, I never said it was a credible source, but I have used Urban Dictionary a lot, especially like slang and stuff. Like I have looked up a lot of stuff on there because sometimes like Wikipedia or dictionaries don't have it, especially like newer slang, and so I have used Urban Dictionary a lot. But I by no means is it a credible source. But I'm just saying, when I typed in what is a juggalo, and like the third thing down was Urban Dictionary, that's, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I guess to me, I always looked at Urban Dictionary as like this is slang terms, and this is what they mean. Because anytime I've looked up things and I've seen it on Urban Dictionary and read it, I was like, oh, okay, so this is like the slang version of it.
Yeah, just something to think about.
Coleman Black says he doesn't even consider. He said, funny thing is, I don't consider myself a juggalo. I'm just a fan. Well, if we go to the gathering this year, you definitely have to come. And if you're going to, you'll have to come to our camp because, like, I'm trying to stay cool at the gathering, and I need a fan to blow on me. So, Coma, if you're a fan, I'd love to be just around you all the time. Keep me cool, man.
It's where the dad jokes are getting out of control over here.
Hope you guys got your boots on because the shit's getting deep. I guess, does that want to throw us into our main?
We have one more kind of news thing.
Okay.
It was, if you guys have been following, Faygo has been running like a little flavor tournament on their Facebook and Instagram page, and Rock and Rye won again. And I don't know, I'm not a big fan of Rock and Rye, so I was just kind of curious, like, what your favorite flavor is and what the chat, like, what do you guys think your favorite flavor is?
Oh, you know what my favorite flavor
Well,
is.
I was thinking, I know what mine is, and whoever guesses that could win what's in the...
Yeah, that's a good one. I think everybody knows what my favorite flavor is because I've said it many times.
I have the Pot of Freshness. I want to give away something that's in here.
We should call it the mystery pot because you don't know if you're getting a used condom, a new condom, a used tampon.
There's no condoms in here, I promise. But I want to pull something out and give it away and try to think of how to do that for the live stream. So I was thinking, I know what my favorite Faygo flavor is. If someone in the chat guesses it, the first one to guess it, I think should win. What do you think? Yes?
I'm down with that.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Right?
So should I just pull something random out?
I think you should wait.
Why are you making me wait?
Because let them guess first. Because what if they see that and be like, I don't want to enter that, and then nobody guesses.
Okay, so I see Red Pop. I see 50-50.
50. What is 50-50? I've never heard of that. You're not talking 60-40, are you?
Moon Miss Blue.
I think everybody's saying what their favorite is, though, from what I can tell.
That's what they're supposed to do.
I thought they were supposed to guess your favorite.
I was asking what everyone's favorite flavor was, and whoever gets the same one as mine.
Oh, see, I was partially listening and I wasn't listening at the same time.
I'm just trying to come up with ideas because you keep shooting me down. I want to give something away.
Yeah, right on. We still have Faygo. We still have firework Faygo. We need to bring it here with the rest of them. I have 3 more bottles that I haven't drank.
Oh, Juggalo John says that he thinks mine is cotton candy. It's not.
That's actually mine. I've said it a lot of times. I really like it. I don't drink Faygo as much as I used to. It's getting to the point where it really hurts my teeth. I feel really bloated and kind of bleh when I drink it, so I've just kind of stayed away from it. That's why I still have 3 bottles of firework, because I bought them like all excited that we actually could get it in town now. And then I just kind of wait. Speaking of which, you went to that gas station to get.
I bought 12 bottles of Faygo in one arm.
And you said you got every flavor they had. Did they not have firework anymore?
No, but they did have.
Which means
they did have this one, which I haven't tried. It's pineapple watermelon.
They've had that one for a while.
Okay, well I haven't tried it.
I'm just saying they've had it for a while.
Okay. And maybe it's over there. I don't know. No one's guessed it yet. I can't believe it.
Candy apple is good, but it hurts my teeth.
Oh yeah.
That's the issue I have with rock and rye. You were saying that rock and rye is not your favorite. Rock and rye, grape, and candy apple leave like a gritty film on my teeth that I just can't drink them anymore.
Como was close. We said root beer. When I was a kid, my grandma, like, all she had was Faygo, and it was root beer and grape. So I do love those flavors, but that's all I grew up on. So I'm not saying I'm burnt out. Like, I would definitely go for those flavors, but it's not my favorite. Like, I have my favorite, and then it's like root beer and grape. So
before you say who got it right, when you see it pop up, say, all right, we have a winner, and then I want to see if I can guess it.
But you're going to be right in the chat.
Well, no, I won't, like, just before we announce the winner, I want to see if I can guess. Because I think I know what your favorite is. So? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what your favorite is.
You want to text it to me?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll use my watch for that.
Everyone's guessing everything but what my favorite flavor is. And I think it's kind of like a super underrated one. No one ever talks about it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Text it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I passed the husband
you
test.
You win a night with me.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Oh,
someone did guess it.
You got it. Coma got it.
Okay, so I get to pull something out of here, right? And Coma wins.
Coma's like, I don't want it.
Well,
you keep it.
You don't want that hair. So. Ooh, I don't know. What do you think he would like?
You should do it randomly. Yeah, you should do it randomly.
Do you think he'd like that?
I'm sure he would. Yeah, he'd for sure like that.
Think so? Or do you think like...
I feel like he has the one on the left, but that one I don't think he would.
Oh, I'm going to randomly pull something out.
Oh! It's a patch! I don't think you're close enough for him to see what that looks like. Wow, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Yay!
I was like, I felt like that was backwards, but that's because I'm looking at it through the fucking...
Bro.
That's probably really loud because I'm right by the microphone.
So you have his address to send this to?
No, but I can easily get it.
Okay. Well, shoot us like a DM or something. Slide into our DMs.
So, for those who may be wondering, orange is Megan's favorite. Mm-hmm. I thought I remembered that.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those things, like, we always had grape and root beer, so it's like, orange was really rare.
Yeah.
Because nobody in my house, my grandmother's household liked orange, so when I did get orange, it was like, oh, you know?
To tell the truth, it's because of Keenan and Kel.
No, that's not why. So yeah, that is as far as like the news. I had a couple questions and answers.
Hang on, real quick. There is one little thing.
I just realized I put it on here. A and Q's.
A.
And like that's dyslexia. I'm telling you, like it's.
Well, ask questions. That works.
It's Q&A. I just realized that. I gotta change this shit now.
They'll bother you. One last little bit of news is Astronomicon is actually happening right now. Day 3 is tomorrow. Regardless of the divide, it's Juggalo related. Alazul Ilu had to pull out of performing at Astronomicon. I thought I had seen on Faygo Lovers' live stream that 2 of them are still there, so I think only one of them wasn't able to make it. Is maybe why they weren't performing and having the meet and greets. I don't fully know. The Super Famous Fun Time guys took their place, which is dope. I'm new and hip to Super Famous Fun Time guys. Those guys are the shit. So that's to me that was a plus. Well, I mean, Axe not being there kind of sucks for everybody that wanted to see them. But Super Famous Fun Time guys are the shit. She's still click-clacking away.
Sorry.
I gotta.
So some of the questions that we had.
Okay.
The first one is what happened to lunch with Megs in DC.
Yeah.
I have gotten that comment actually a couple times. It's mostly like on we used to do like a live stream lunch with Megs in DC, and it actually did really good. What happened was YouTube, I think someone bought them out, and shortly after they were like redoing all their policies or whatever.
Not so much
I feel like it was shortly after that happened.
that Google's owned them for a while.
Okay.
They just made like policy changes is what they did.
So they did this new like, and I screenshotted it and posted it on Instagram. I should bring that up.
Yeah, you have to have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, they basically changed and said you have to have like so many subscribers or whatever to be able to do live stream like privileges. So they basically took my live stream abilities away because I didn't have enough subscribers. So that is what happened to Lunch with Megs in DC. I was kind of sour about it. So we just, I didn't have the ability to do it anymore, so we just didn't do it.
So the question for me that might be on people's minds, do you think that's what has led to you not doing as many vlogs because they're more spaced out?
No.
I feel like that kind of killed your drive a little bit?
No, my laptop broke is what killed the drive.
Okay.
And I think that like the combination of the two is just kind of frustrating. I really struggled to make YouTube videos, and I was having to borrow his, and it was just like a whole issue. And then I was like, I'd see you get to go do all this like YouTube stuff, and I just felt so left out because I felt like I can't even edit my videos. I felt like excluded.
Yeah.
So I kind of just, I guess, took a couple steps back away from YouTube.
Right.
But now we kind of have, I still don't have my laptop, but now you're letting me use your computer and you're helping me edit and stuff. So it's I need to get back into doing more
vlogging and stuff.
I did, what was it we just went to? Shit. Was that the last concert we went to? Was Yum Yum?
Hallowicked, yeah. Hallowicked, technically. Then the
we went to Yum Yum's like release party, and I did a vlog for Hallowicked.
Edited by this guy.
No.
Yeah, I edited one of them. Yeah. Oh, I edited the release party. You did Hallowicked. That's right.
So, but yeah, I really haven't done much since then, other than like this like Faygo taste testing. So I need to get back in the swing of it. But something to keep in mind is we both work full-time jobs, and then I have 2 other part-time gigs. So I sell on eBay part-time, and then we both work. Well, I work for Grubhub.
We just got to share the
where we like deliver food, and a lot of the time, most of the time, he will come along and help. So we both do that as well.
Yeah.
Trying to save up for the gathering. So that's what happened with Megs and Lunch with Megs in DC, and I know a lot of people miss it, but I literally don't even have the ability to do it anymore.
That's also kind of what birthed Juggalo Talk, because a lot of people like when we do live streams together, like the Lunch with Megs in DC, or when we would just do like a gaming video or a live stream.
I don't want to cut you off, but the thing about like Lunch with Megs in DC, we would go to a different restaurant every live stream, and we would live stream there. So you were getting to see like new food and trying different things. I think like, I don't remember what it was. I think Taco Bell had like a new drink, and they just released like their French fries, and we went there for the live stream, like stuff like that. Yeah. It was fun. I miss doing it.
Yeah. That's kind of what birthed this, because everybody and their mama is doing live streams. And, a lot of what we were doing with Lunch with Megs in DC was this. We were doing like topics and just interacting with the chat. And I was like, yo, let's do Juggalo Talk. So Joker's Gallery's in the killing it on Faygo lovers as always.
Lorgasm said that orange is his favorite too.
Yeah. Shout out to Yakima Juggalo, Horror Guy 78 in the chat. What's good, guys?
The other question I had on here is the big one. Are we going to the gathering?
And that's kind of like our main topic of the video.
So I would say our goal is to go. We bought a car pass. Excuse me. We haven't bought tickets yet. So we haven't like 100% decided if we're going or not.
Right. And the car pass was so we had the option to go. Because, they sold out last year. So that was the first thing I went for was that. And, of course, they sold out in less than 12 hours of going live. So I'm glad we did that. So now we can actually make the choice. Do we want to go, or do we want to sell the car pass to somebody who wasn't able to get one?
Right.
So, and I'm not talking hiking the fucking price up. You're going to pay $117 for it, because that's what we paid for it.
Plus shipping.
Well,
but realistically speaking, what would it take for you to make that decision? Okay, I'm going. Or what would it take for you to be like, you know what, it's not worth it? Have you thought about that?
So for me, the lineup is going to be a big factor.
So if the lineup's not good,
If the lineup's not great,
do
I
you
mean, obviously, I want to go see Light. I want to go see Hoodoo. I want to go. I mean,
well, Light hasn't been announced that he's going to be there.
that's true.
I went on their website and I've been checking it like periodically. They have nothing, like no sideshows, no acts, no contests. The only thing they have, if you go to the stages, they do have on there the ICP will be playing, Big Hoodoo, and Ouija Mech. That's it. Like Light's not on there. The only other thing is if you go to the ticket prices, there is an extra ticket you can buy, which is like ridiculous, like almost $400, and it's like a Bigfoot. They did it before.
Yeah.
So I guess you could count that as like an event, but it's not included in your gathering ticket. It's like something totally extra. Other than that, I haven't seen anything. I've been checking like crazy.
I know when I was last Sunday, Joker's Gallery reached out and had me on Fago Lovers to talk about Camp Zool, Astronomicon, and the Gathering. And he had mentioned in that they're having like a ICP's jukebox concert where they're supposed to be performing their less played songs.
But it's not like official yet or anything.
Oh shit, Joker's Gallery said Camp Zool 2 lineup just dropped. You know, that was one of the things I was getting ready to say is if the lineup for Camp Zool is better than the Gathering, I would consider going to Camp Zool instead. It's at the beginning of June now, so there's not a lot of planning time on that. And then Silent J just mentioned the Float. Tom Woods.
Yeah.
Little get together he's having down in Arkansas, I believe it is.
It's just too far. We're in Indiana, so it's just too far for us. But
I would consider it if I don't know.
I'm not driving that far.
Fly.
So for me, what it would take for me to go to the Gathering is not much. Really, the only thing that's got me hesitating is I've had some recent health issues that I don't really want to get into, but that's kind of scaring me that I'm not going to be able to go because of that.
Yeah.
Right now I kind of like that's really the only thing that's holding me back. That and like the amount of money it's going to cost to go.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know if you want to save this for a future episode or if you want to kind of dive into it right now, but do you think the Gathering is worth it? Looking at it right now at its normal face value, do you think the tickets are worth it?
Where all they have is ICP, Big Hoodoo, and Ouija Mech?
Right.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I can go to Hollow Wicked and see that.
Right. Okay.
I guess that being said, I would like to see a better lineup. I guess my dream gathering, since this is the dream gatherings, right?
Right.
My dream gathering would have Kung Fu Vampire. It would have Zug Island there. I really liked the first gathering that we went to. They had stand-up comedian there. I love that. They had more than one.
Right.
We got to go see Family Feud. I really enjoyed that.
You enjoy like the what was it they put them on as?
I enjoyed that they had stuff going on all day long.
Right.
I really enjoyed that.
I know last year they did still have the auction, so they would probably still do the auction this year too.
I enjoyed going to the auction. I did. I mean, I didn't bid on anything, but it was enjoyable to go.
Yeah. Just to see who can shell out the most money.
Okay, so the other thing is, main reason we go is to see our friends.
Yeah.
And if a lot of our friends aren't going this year, and there isn't a good lineup, and there's no good side shows, or comedian or auctions and stuff like that, I could see myself passing and going to the Gathering or the Hollow Wicked instead.
Yeah.
I'll say that. So if a lot of our friends aren't going, which I think we kind of know a few that aren't, and there's no really good artists I want to see, and the lineup's not better, and there's not side shows and that kind of stuff, I probably will pass and just go to Hollow Wicked instead.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at too, is one of my other determining factors for going. If the lineup is garbage, which, I mean, ICP would be worth going and seeing. Big Hoodoo, if Light's there, if DJ Clay's there.
So do you remember
if the psychopathic affiliates are there, to me, those would still be dope. But what would make justifying going to the Gathering for me would be if Coma went, I seen Deck One Delt's going to be there, so
Timmy's got to go.
I would love to see Echo Side Feed go as well, but Deck One Delt is for sure going to be there. Those are two guys I'd like to meet and hang out with.
Yeah.
If Rome from Beneath the Dirt was there, I would love to hang out with him. Obviously, if Joker's Gallery would go, but I think he's already said he's not going to go.
I would love to, and I think I speak for you too. I would love to meet lots of people off of YouTube.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're friends like through comments and stuff, but I haven't got to actually see you. You know, I like when people come up to us and we get to hug them and we get to meet them for the first time. I love that. But, you know, Super Gathering, I noticed less stuff there. They had what was it, like the Love Dating show that Keegan hosted? That was so much fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I love that shit like that. And they had like a wedding there that year, and they had some other stuff.
Yeah.
Jump Study did a couple of things too, and I really enjoyed that stuff. It just seemed like last year's gathering, and I know I really can't comment because I didn't go. It just didn't seem like there was a lot, and
it was thrown together very last minute, and that's kind of why I was like, you know, I'm going last year. But this year, I feel like will be a little bit more normal because they've had the time to prep it. I just wish they would start announcing some stuff now. Like, I know they've got to wait for those contracts to be signed, but like the second you have that contract in hand and, you know, such and such has already agreed to go and you've already, you know, they've already signed that contract, like announce it.
Yeah.
They used to do that. Like they did that for Whoopstock, and I believe they did it for Super Gathering. Like they would slowly trickle out, this artist will be there, this artist will be there, this artist will be there. And then they had like their full on reveal of everybody. Like they could do that this year. Especially with ticket prices going up, like at some point you got to start releasing this information so people are like, what are we going to see?
And I definitely want to go, but just financially and stuff, we're going to have to pick one or the other. We're going to Hollow Wicked, we're going to the Gathering, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So that's kind of in the back of my mind is, you know, what's going to be, you know.
Right.
And camping and stuff, we live in Indiana. We can go camping whenever we want. So, and camping really isn't that fun unless your friends are there.
Yeah.
And I'm just being honest. I don't spend time at my campsite. We haven't spent time at our campsite unless we have a friend with us.
Right. Well, and that was the thing about Whoopstock that kind of sucked for me because you didn't go. And I was camped right next to Beastmaster. He never once came over and hung out with me.
Aww.
Like we interacted towards main stage, but he was off with his friends whenever we were at the tent. It was almost like
they never invited you over or anything.
Yeah, like we rarely interacted at the tents.
That's a shame.
Yeah, that's why I was like so shocked that he was so upset that I won't be his friend on Facebook. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Well, we're not diving into that. But for Whoopstock,
I'm you know, I know we joke because I couldn't go. I couldn't get off of work. Like they literally, it was if I went, I was gonna lose my job. So I joked that like when he said he was miserable, where I'm like, good, because I wasn't there. But no, like that shouldn't have. I'm sorry that you didn't have as much fun as you could have had.
Yeah, like going to the shows, I still enjoyed myself.
Like joking aside,
yeah, I'm
sorry that happened to you. That's not cool. I didn't know that you just never shared that with me.
I remember calling you one day at the gathering, and I was like, it's just not the same without you.
And I was secretly a little bit happy because I wanted to go so bad, and like even like the whole mushroom thing. You know, I love mushrooms.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a bittersweet because every time I see your stupid mushroom memorabilia,
it's in the box behind you.
I'm like, God damn it! I wish I would have went. I wish I would have just said, fuck that job. Life is too fucking short. Go. And that's like a huge regret I have is not going. And I still to this day regret not going.
Yeah.
Because we missed out on such an amazing time.
Like, don't get me wrong, Whoopstock was great. It's just that downtime of waking up in the morning by yourself, hanging out by yourself for hours before anything starts to happen. That part sucked assholes.
Silent J in the chat also mentioned, you know, like gas prices and stuff are going to be a factor too with going. So we'll be driving, but
they're going down a little bit.
We got so much camping shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you have the tickets for 2 people is a lot, plus the car pass, plus the gas, plus the food that you're taking, and you have to take extra or have extra like in your savings account in case like you break down or something. Like it is a lot to think about. It is just a lot of money.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. So for me right now, I'm at about.
So right now, if nothing was added, would you go?
Right now, I'm at 80% on going, not knowing what they're gonna have. That's knowing the deck when Delt's gonna be there, and I want to meet these guys. If Roan said he was going, if Joker's Gallery said he was going, or if Coma said they were going, that would go up a little bit because I want to meet these guys and hang out with them.
But as of right now,
I'm at about 80, and it's kind of like maybe on the verge of dropping the longer they wait and the more that I start to, like that meme of the guy with the girl and he's looking back like this. Like I'm holding the Gathering's hand and I'm looking back at Camp Zool like, that actually looks fun.
Yeah.
Because just like we don't make a lot of money, so it's kind of like I can't go to multiple festivals. I have to pick and choose, and that's what kind of stinks. So I also have it in my head that I've been to a gathering before.
You've been to a few.
Yeah, I've been to 3. So like I have that in my head. Like yes, I would have a great time. I would probably not regret it if I did go. But
no, you wouldn't regret it.
Right.
Definitely wouldn't regret it. Like even if like they hadn't added anything, I know that if we went, we would have fun regardless.
Right. But I am looking at some of these other events and I'm intrigued. Like you and me had the conversation about possibly going to Astronomicon even.
Yeah.
Because they had some events that intrigued us, like the Juggalo trivia. That looked fun. The VIP concert they had.
I just want DCG Con to come back. I would give up the gathering for that. I literally had so much fun there.
Send an email out to the gathering. Instead of a gathering of dreams, can we have the return of DCG Con?
Dude, like seriously, I vlogged every day and I watch those vlogs back sometimes. I'm just like, God, I would love to go back in a heartbeat.
But I mean, think about this, okay? So obviously Jay's health is an issue. They're going to do one last tour, and then they're basically just going to do shows. They're going to do Juggalo Day, they're going to do the Gathering, Hollow Wicked, and Big Ballas.
A Christmas party thing. Yeah.
So like you're going to have 4 major events. There's no reason they couldn't add and bring back the DCG Con. And here's my thing about the DCG Con. Does ICP even need to be there? Do they even need to perform?
Yes.
For Juggalos to still want to go? For me, the answer is no. Because what I liked about the DCG Con was interacting with Juggalos in the environment where you are just hanging out and playing games.
Yeah.
That to me was fun. They did the concerts at night after the day's events. You know what I mean? Like it to me was more focused on
that was part of the experience.
Right. That's what I mean. Like the convention itself to me was more aimed on Jumpsteady and the world he's built within the Juggalo world. So to me, like ICP didn't even need to be there. This was a Juggalo event to me. Like if ICP didn't promote it, I wouldn't have thought it was an ICP event. I would have thought, yo, Jumpsteady's putting on a fucking convention. That's literally how I felt. But then that night, we had concerts that were awesome. That to me is what the DCG Con is.
A huge bonus. You know? And they could still do that. They could have like Hoodoo and Ouija Mag play one night and then the next night have ICP play. Like that would be so cool.
Right. So I would love, like, if they stop doing the gatherings. I heard that there's a rumor this could be the last gathering, and that's why they're making it like the Gathering of Dreams, your dream gathering.
Oh, how sad.
So if that was to happen, or if they dwindle down a lot more on shows, there is no reason at all the DCG Con couldn't come back, and I think it should. I honestly think the DCG Con should come back.
But you know what? I've been to 2 gatherings now.
Yep.
And the memories I wouldn't trade for anything. Well, no, I would. But like if something happened to you, of course I would. But you know what I mean? Like that's more than a lot of Juggalos get. That's kind of how I look at it. Is at least I got to go to one, and not only that, I got to go to 2 of them. That is more than some Juggalos have even got to have.
Yeah, I'd seen one guy.
And I feel so thankful for that. So instead of being like mad about not going, I just feel thankful that I got to experience that. at least once.
Yeah.
Because there's some juggalos out there who live too far away, or whatever the reason being, money or transportation or whatever, health issues, they haven't been able to, and so it is what it is. I'm not gonna, lose sleep over it.
Yeah. I had seen Lorgasm. He said he's pretty much 100% accepted that he'll never go to a gathering. And my brother, he's been talking about wanting to go to the gathering, and he's very out of shape. I'll just say that. And I've been encouraging him to use this to motivate him to get in shape so he could go to the gathering, because I don't think he could do it.
No, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not like I go, but I struggle.
Yeah.
I walk with a cane, and usually the first day I can handle it, but by the second day he has to carry my chair for me, and it's a lot physically, but it's worth it. And I have seen people at the gathering in wheelchairs. I've seen crutches. I've seen everything. So, but you have to. That being said, you do need to have the ability to be able to sit and if someone is really out of shape, they need to have the ability to be able to carry a chair and to be able to sit in the chair and take breaks. And the same thing with being in a wheelchair. You're gonna have to have somebody there with you who can help you, because it's not accessible.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna have to have help, getting up the hills and getting down steps and stuff. So that just being said, just because you have a disability doesn't mean you can't go, but you're gonna have to think about how you're gonna do it before you do it, because it's gravel, it's not accessible. It really isn't. I mean, unless you have a golf cart or something, because
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I want my brother to experience that, because I know he'd have a fucking blast, and he would. I think he would leave that gathering yo, this was so much fucking fun. I'm so glad I got to experience that, and I'd hate to see something hold him back from that.
Yeah. I wish he could experience it too.
Yeah. I wish every Juggalo could. Yeah. To me, and I used to be somebody who was kind of resistant to going to Hallowicked. I feel like every Juggalo should at least experience a Hallowicked once in Detroit and a gathering once. That, to me, those are bucket list events. Fully, you know what I mean? There was just something about being in Detroit on Halloween. It's cold. You know what I mean? There's this element of fear in the air because Detroit's all scary.
Well, Orgasm said, I'm a big guy, but my issue isn't health, it's money. And I guess what we kind of meant by that is, if you're, I'm going to say this nicely, I don't want to offend anybody, but if you are so big that you can't fit in a camping chair and you need to get a special camping chair, those fucking camping chairs are heavy.
Yeah. I
can barely carry a regular camping chair. I can't imagine carrying a big camping chair. It just, or if you were on oxygen and you had to drag that around, it would just make it so much harder, is what we were kind of trying to say. It's not impossible, it just makes it harder.
Yeah.
It's just not accessible. Even the bathrooms, they weren't wheelchair accessible. What would you do if you went to the gathering and you were in a wheelchair?
I thought I'd seen one.
Did you?
I thought I did.
I don't remember seeing. I just remember thinking oh shit, what are you gonna do? I mean, I hope you can transfer that far or have someone to help you, but my God, it's scary. I just, I don't know.
Which, while we're talking about the gathering, I've been thinking, and I haven't mentioned it to you, and I want to mention it now of all times while I'm thinking about it.
I was saying,
those wagons, those camping wagons, I feel like we should get one of those.
Well, I was just saying, I think it would be cool if they kind of had a handicap section, where it was no steps, and you had a shower trailer or bathroom trailer that had no steps. That would be really cool.
Yeah. For
anybody's with disabilities, I think that would be.
Yeah.
We take our own. We wouldn't use, but I mean, for other people, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yakima Juggalo, he's just fucking throwing his dream wish list out there. I don't think I mentioned it on this channel, who I want to see. I know I did it on Fago Lovers. Obviously, the email I sent out to Rob was for Double Dragon to be there. Kung Fu Vampire or Buckshot. That to me would be a dope ass show. Seeing both of them have a solo set would be great. I would love to see Super Famous Fun Time guys because they just look like they. Come on, those guys are fucking juggalos. That they just look fun. It looks like it'd be a fun show. Yeah, I'd like to see Alazuli Lu be able to come back to the gathering because they always had a massive presence, and then like they signed to M&E. It's just like, that was it. They were never invited to a gathering again. I hate the divide. So I would love to see Axe back. Obviously, I would like to see Blaze and Boondocks go back, but that'll never happen because they're signed to M&E. Underground Avengers set would be dope if they allowed Boondocks and Buckshot. Zug Island would be great again as well.
Tech Nine would be
Tech
great.
Nine, Ritz,
Corn
Sess Crew. Corn. Now you're definitely like, hey, think about this.
It's a dream gathering. I can suggest whoever I want.
So do you know who they had at Astronomicon?
Corn.
Corey Taylor.
Yeah.
So Slipknot is kind of, to me, that's a step into our world. I know, like, they know of ICP and shit like that from back in the day, but you don't know what I mean? Like, I seen Corey Taylor at Astronomicon. I'm like, that to me is a step into our world. That's not out of the realm of impossible now. You know what I mean? That could happen someday. While I'm not the biggest Slipknot fan, I still think that would be fucking dope. Like Stone Sour would be dope.
Well, I think Marilyn Manson should be there. I'm just gonna say it.
Fear Factory. I would love to see Fear Factory back.
They would probably do pretty good. Mushroom Head would do good.
Yeah, Mushroom Head always does good. I do think Fear Factory would be dope, but they don't even have. I don't think they haven't announced their new singer yet.
What was that new girl that we just started listening to? It starts with an A.
I don't remember.
But I think Juggalos would love her.
Yeah, I do too.
What is that?
You'll have to look it up. I can't remember.
I don't know.
I just remember like I don't even remember the fucking song that always comes. Eminem at the Gathering. That's shooting really high, Lorgasm. That is really high. Oh yeah. Captain Flannel, you're right. Set Screw's done. So Ubiquitous. I would be happy with Ubiquitous because actually, I always like Ubiquitous more than Godimus. So Wesley Beck posted the Fagel bottle that I signed for him on Psychopathic Museum. You trying to sell that Fagel bottle, man? I think he's just talking about like maybe he's bragging about it. I'm in the museum, but I don't like get all the notifications for that. Oh, Yakima Juggalo is not gonna be able to make it this year. That stinks. Whoop whoop! Juggalo Collectibles is in the ha. So ICP did this really.
Why are you doing that? That's like something new. I haven't heard you do that before.
I used to do it when I did like my solo live streams.
I like it.
It just feels good to be live streaming again, I guess.
It just throwing me off because I like wasn't prepared. I didn't get briefed on this. It's like just weird.
You're like, this is a new thing. I haven't been informed.
It's just none of my itinerary. What are we doing?
So on the ICP Twitch streams, they had this man cave battle between Jay and Shaggy, where they each brought 10 of their favorite things out of their man cave, collectible wise. And where I watched it wasn't on Twitch. Juggalo Collectibles ripped it and put it on his channel. I watched it and I was like, this looks really fun. When are we doing this? Like, meaning me and him, because he has a lot of collectible stuff too. He's like, whenever you want to. So I think a really dope idea. If it's on his channel, I'm okay with that too. Like maybe me and him.
I can think of one thing that has to be on it.
Oh, I went through my head of like 10 items I would take to try to verse his 10 items. I don't know if I can come up with 10, but I can come up with 5 for sure.
Your Amazing Jackal Brothers candle.
Yeah, that would definitely be.
Your riddle box.
Yeah, that would be one I would take.
You would take the riddle box?
Yeah.
Did you show it? Show it.
Oh, people have seen it before.
They can't see your head's in the way.
Sorry, the riddle box.
And open it.
I can't really.
It says in there like turn the crank.
Yeah, it's really cool. That's why I've been wanting to find where my 20th anniversary riddle box and Malenko is, because I'm pretty sure my can of Spasmatic is with those.
Well, who knows?
And that to me that's a little bit of a rare collectible now. I'm like telling everything that I'm going to bring to this battle.
Yeah, don't give it all away.
Juggalo Collectibles had to remove it. That sucks. That really sucks. Oh yeah. Yakima Juggalo. I was gonna say too. One of the things that Shaggy brought out. You remember Yakima Juggalo? He brought me that stack of CDs at the Super Gathering. House of Crazy CDs, which I still got to do those reviews. He's been wanting me to do those reviews since then, and I haven't done them. But he made like a bead necklace because he's Native American for Shaggy, and Shaggy brought that out. It was really cool. Yeah, it was really cool. So,
Don't
dude,
touch it with your mouth.
Dude, where did you get the Yum Yum vase? She made it. She painted it.
You can't see it very well. There's a bunch of stuff in front of it.
Yeah. I'll see if I'll bring it up here. Yeah, Megs did that.
It's not perfect.
And you can probably see it above her head. She made like a Carnival Carnage mallet as well, like the Tom Wood rendition of Carnival Carnage.
So we were like going through stuff to Goodwill, like to give to Goodwill or to donate, and that vase was in like the pile of stuff to donate. And I was like, this kind of looks like Yum Yum's vase. And he was like, yeah, it does. And I was like, I wonder what. And I, it's just like for fun.
Yeah,
I would never like sell something like that because it's not good quality. I don't think. But
Megs likes making little relics like that because
I love doing that.
She made the Malenko hat for the art contest at the first DCG Con.
And the riddle box.
Yeah, she made both of those, and then since then, we did the Yum Yum vase and the Carnival Carnage mallet, and I've had the candle for a while as well. So it's almost like we have relics of the Dark Carnival. It's really cool.
The hat was something that I really am proud of because I felt like it came out really good.
I wish that hat would fit my head because I would totally rock that.
If it's my head, I could rock it.
Yeah.
But no, I think the riddle box was probably like I worked really hard on that.
Yeah.
So I actually took the riddle box to the GCG Con for the art contest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that my picture from him from the winner should be with that Malenko and riddle box as well. I gotta find that.
Winter. What are you talking
Winner.
about?
You remember Frankenberry Jim? He won.
One?
No, that one's Tom Woods. Remember Frankenberry Jim won the art contest? Yeah. The picture he did? He gave me a print of it. I framed it. I think that's with the riddle box as well.
Oh, might be. Yeah, that was super dope. And he was super nice too. Like
you see Lorgasm's question, would you do that stuff for commission? I feel what you're saying.
I would. I don't feel like the Yum Yum base is good enough to sell. If I could get Hatchet Man decals, maybe. But I hand painted that and I just don't feel like it's good enough to sell. But I guess I could buy like decals and put on and sell it.
Real talk, a Hatchet Man is hard to draw. I could never do that.
Give me the riddle box real quick.
So yeah, I still got them. Like I just haven't done anything with them. So to my knowledge, did they ever press House of Crazy CDs? I guess is that like a thing? Oh, I know people have demanded or not demanded, but requested like a box set for years of House of Crazies. Got all this stuff in front of it.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think this is worth it just like to sell?
I mean, I know I kind of hurt your feelings with this, but I still think the crank needs to actually be a crank.
It's painted on.
I know, but I still think it should be an actual.
From me?
I want an actual crank. I think that'd be awesome.
No, but we just have like goodies in here, like our DCG Con tickets, gathering bracelets. It's
kind of a stash.
Perfect for that. It's because it also fits like big flyers and stuff too. So it's perfect to keep all that stuff in here. What is this?
Oh, ballooned out strange music. That can actually go in the.
Oh, and from our Valentine's Day.
The other two are up here, or the other one, I should say.
You have two in here.
The coins. Oh yeah, because we got one.
Oh, we should sell one.
I got one from being subscribed to their Patreon for that month, and then they sent us 2 for when we went to the concert.
Oh, there's your dice bag.
What is that?
You were looking for
Oh
this.
yeah, for my Morton's list.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, it is the perfect container. I don't know. I think I'd probably have to sell this for like 50 or 60. Don't you think? To like, it took a lot of work.
With the materials and time, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still.
This part is what took the most.
The question mark, yeah.
Because I had to like hand carve it out.
You did it with a bandsaw, didn't you?
Yeah, but then I probably should have sanded it down more. It's kind of rough around the edges. It was my first project.
Yeah, I know I hurt your feelings with that, but I just thought an actual crank turning would be really cool.
What do you mean hurt my feelings?
When I had said that should have been.
No, I think I was so excited that it was finally done, and I felt like.
Yeah. I always felt bad for making me feel bad, but you know, I want to crank the riddle.
No,
box.
but I appreciate you like apologizing.
I want to turn the crank.
I feel like if I could redo it, I'd fix a few things, and I would sell it. Yeah, like for commission, like make them and sell them. Yeah, I would do that.
The base would be really cool too, because we're still in the era of Yum Yum. I mean, the next seed's supposed to drop at the gathering, and then the third one at Hollow Wicked. So.
Oh, the base I could probably do for like $20.
Easy peasy schmeezy. Well,
the only issue is like the green thing that went around the bottom there, because the base it's curved. I can't tape it off and just paint.
Yeah.
So I had to hand paint. So if we were going to sell these, we could spray paint them pink, but I would have to hand paint that green stripe on, and it would never probably exactly match the Hatchet Man decal.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you would do that.
So do you still have the pink and green that you use for that?
Yeah.
Because I still want to do the pink and green like haze over this cover.
Like watercolor?
Well, what I want to do,
like
what I would love to do is spray it, like hold it clear back like this and spray it, just so it's like it's a fogginess. You can still see her silhouette.
But you would want to do like watercolor.
Kind of, I guess. I don't know.
And because what you would want to do is like the lightest version possible, and then slowly add more pigment.
Yeah.
So you have your haze. And I would practice on something else first.
I don't like the silver silhouette. I feel like there has to be like a haze or something where she's luring you in. You are smelling her.
Yeah, like a pheromone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it.
I just feel like that was kind of lazy, I guess. I mean, like, I get it. It's the silhouette. You see her, like, you see her in a distance, like, you see her silhouette, but you don't see her.
So that's, a unique piece that you could bring to the battle.
So true.
We could practice on paper first, like, trying to do, like, smoke and haze and see what you think.
Yeah. I've got, like, 5 items I know I would take to that battle with Juggalo Collectibles. But he said he's been collecting for a long time. I'm sure he's going to have some really dope shit.
Love to see.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I don't know where that series would go. Like, if he beat me, because the way that they did it on that stream is the Juggalos voted who had the doper collection.
I like that.
Yeah, I think
so
that'd be really cool.
So you vote on one item at a time?
No, what they did is they each brought their stuff out, and then I didn't watch the full thing. I wish I did. And then I guess at the end they had the audience vote who had the doper collection.
I think you should battle item to item, and then whoever won the most battles wins the dopest collection.
That'd be an interesting way to do it.
I think it'd be more fair.
For sure. So yeah, we've went through all of our topics.
Yeah.
And we streamed for over an hour.
Yeah.
What are you feeling when we wrap this up?
Yeah.
So before we go, I guess we should talk like schedule.
How often we're gonna do this. I want to remind people that if they want to be on the next "Am I the Asshole" segment, you gotta go comment on my videos an "Am I the Asshole" story. I want to read these.
Yeah, so make sure you go head over to her channel. You should subscribe to her channel anyway. We just dropped a brand new video over there. Is it Faygo, where we compared Moon Mist to 7-Up to Sprite to Twist Up was the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
We were blindfolded. We tasted each one and we guessed which was what to see if we could find what was what.
And along with the Am I the Asshole, I'm going to be collecting data and comments and stuff for the next live stream. Lex Juggalo Talk. So if you have an idea for a segment or you have a question you want to ask, you can literally comment on any video of mine and I will add it in.
Or comment on this one. Don't do it in the chat. Make sure you do it on the actual video after it's live. And like, if you think of something that you want to ask, come back to the video, leave it in the comments.
So,
Cha.
yeah.
And we will write it on the whiteboard. Oh.
This is like the most professional we've ever been.
I know. Well, I think we never really were serious about streaming. And now I think we're serious about it.
I think we were just doing it for fun, which we still are. But
Right.
now we have a space to do it, which is so nice.
Yeah.
We got rid of that broken cabinet that was here, and we got these 2 pieces off of Facebook Marketplace.
I can do that. Lorgasm says, "Am I the asshole page
Sorry.
on Discord?" Yes.
Ooh.
Join the Discord.
No, that is a good idea. We should do a separate.
Yeah, because then you can pull it up right on your thingy-dingy.
I like that idea. That's really good.
That would actually be probably the easiest for you.
I need to do a Q&A on that too.
Oh yeah, I'll add that in there. Topic suggestions.
So how can people watching the stream right now, how can they find and join your Discord?
In the description, there's links for my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and there is one for Discord now. And if you want to become a member to help support giveaways, you can do that as well. If not, it's all up either fucking way. Yeah, how often do we want to do this, Megs?
I would like to do once a month minimum. But I say if it strikes us or there's some hot topics.
Right on. See, that's my thing is I felt like doing it every week was a little taxing. And I know,
Yeah.
I know with live streaming, it's good to be consistent. So I think if we are consistent on how often we do it.
No, I disagree. I don't think you should limit yourself. I don't think that's good to limit yourself. Like if there's a lot going on or a lot of news that just happened and we have enough for a live stream and we're feeling it and we're free, just do it. And then it just, it's just random. Because I think if you limit yourself to doing it like once a month or whatever, and things are hot and things are coming and you don't do a live stream, it's like, well, a live stream's not until next week.
That's true.
Or if next week comes and we get busy, it's not going to be a big deal because we just did one.
Right. So basically, no schedule.
I mean, it's up to you. It's your live stream. I just don't think we should do a schedule because, honestly, I don't think we'll stick to it.
I think if we try for every 2 weeks, that would be good.
I don't think we should force it. I think when it comes, when we're in the mood, we got enough topics, we just do it.
Sounds good to me. So make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss us when we go live.
Oh, did you see what Lorgasm just posted?
Yeah, members are the best of the best. Become a member. Get that extra slot in giveaways. Yes, that's right. If you are a member and you enter a giveaway, you get double entries into the giveaway. And I'll talk more about it in the next giveaway. But instead of doing just a CD, we are going to be doing merch now. Because I think a lot of people support CDs, and so I think opening it up to merch in general would be a great way.
Did you want to discuss what the Kung Fu Vampire news that you were talking to me about earlier today?
About
the CDs?
Yeah, Kung Fu Vampire put out on Twitter that put out a poll of how fans want his next album to be released: CD only, stream only, or vinyl, or all of the above.
And didn't you say that he said this will probably be the last one he puts out on CD?
He had mentioned something about that, yeah. His next album may not, this may be his last album on CD.
But, you think about, okay, so I got a new car. That was, oh my God, that was a whole other story. But it's a pretty big deal. It's not a new car, it's a used car, but it's my first time buying my car, yeah. And it's 2015, and it doesn't even have a CD players.
Yeah.
And my old car was super old, so I had to have CDs.
It wouldn't play CDRs. It had to be the actual CD.
Yeah. So now I have all these fucking CDs that I have no idea what to do with.
I'll take them
because I can't play them.
My car has a CD player.
Now, okay, touche, because I am thankful that now my phone can hook up to my stereo.
Yeah.
So I can do like Apple Music. But it kind of sucks it doesn't have a. Why not have both, you know?
Right. Well, we have a Discman. I guess you could take old
my
school
God.
style, rock a Discman in the car.
Put like fucking headphones in and I'm driving. No,
Oh
thank
no,
you.
no. You can get an actual auxiliary cord to go from the headphone jack to
Nuh-uh.
the, yes,
Nuh-uh.
yes, and then we can just get
Nuh-uh.
Velcro on the Discman. Yes, that's a thing. You can still listen to your CDs. You're just gonna have like
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
old school rig, like where you put your little succulents at. You may take those down, and put your Discman up there.
No. Do you know how hard I worked on that? No,
Just
so
saying.
my older car was so old and the mirrors, like your side mirrors, didn't have a button to adjust them. You had to physically get out and adjust them, which the driver's side I could reach. But the other side was a pain in the ass. So now I have like this little button and it's so stupid, but I love it. I love that I have that now. And I love my car. It's easier for me to get in and out of. It's easier on my back. I love it. I have a Kia Soul, and I'm in love with it. Like, and so now that kind of like emptied my savings. So that's the other thing with the gathering is I'm trying to resave up because I know in maybe 10 years I might have to buy another car. So I'm trying to put back as much as I can for my next car.
Yeah. Captain Flannel, I will always buy CDs as long as CDs are available. So.
Which my biggest tip for like saving up for new cars is what I did. I have a separate bank account, like totally different bank than where I like my paycheck goes. And I don't have the app, and I don't have a debit card, and I have nothing. Like I would have to physically go to get money out. And I just put back a little extra every paycheck. Even if it's $5, hey, that's something, right?
Right.
And it's out of sight, it's out of mind. I can't access it easily. And that's how I was able to buy this car. And that's what I'm doing to try to save up for my next car. So that's my biggest tip, because you can say you're going to save all you want, but shit happens. And when it's literally a click away to transfer, it's just too fucking easy.
Yeah.
It just is. So, but Coleman had a new car too. Ooh, Chrysler.
Yeah, Coleman at like one point, didn't he have like 3 fucking cars? I don't know.
No, I gotta sell my old car. It's, oh my God.
Yeah,
So
we gotta do something with it.
There's this whole slew of issues, like the defogger didn't work, the AC didn't work. But the main thing that like kind of forced me to get a new car was like the sway bar rusted out underneath, and there's nowhere to re-weld it because it's so rusty. So when you're driving it, the car's like literally doing this all the way down the road, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, like when she got her Kia, I drove her old car home. I got home and I said, "You are not driving that car anymore."
But I'd already been driving it for like 2 months.
That's what fucking scares me. Like, why the fuck were you driving that? You should not have been driving that.
I had to get to work, so I'm like going to work, like don't.
No, that should no. Like that scared the shit out of me. Like I thought any moment on the way home that rear tire was going to roll past me, and I would just be dragging ass.
I remember before that happened, you had rode with me one time to do Grubhub. And you're like, "Oh my God, babe, do you hear that? Do you feel that?" And I'm like,
it's
that's
the same.
Normal.
For those who have seen the vlog, it's the same car that we went to Gathering 17 in, and the tire blew. Same car, and now opposite tire from the one that blew. Something rusted out on the frame, and like the whole thing is like thud, thud, thud.
Yeah, we're just like driving, and he's like, "Oh my God, babe, you can't drive it." We need to go home. I'm like, it's fine. It's just worse because there's more weight in the car. No, but the funniest thing about that car is like that the fogger didn't work.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Well, the fogger worked, but the whole panel
like
popped out. Yeah. And like came up and it's like sealed against the glass and you can't move it.
It like warped in the sun and then somehow is like almost fucking like melted to the windshield.
Yes. So when I would go to work and it was like snowing and stuff, right? So you would fog up. So I had to like leave my front windows open to get cross breeze so that it wouldn't fog. And I'm driving like freezing and I have like my scarf is like pulled up to here and I'm just driving to work, and like I would get the weirdest fucking looks from people. They would like be looking at my gloves and my scarf and everything, like, you know, all wrapped up. But I had to get to work, and that was the only way to get to work.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm there in the life of luxury with my heat on full blast. Just.
Then he had the audacity one day to say, oh, "I wish I had an automatic starter. That makes my life so much easier." I'm like, "Bitch, seriously?"
Well, you know, leaving work, I kind of wish that I had that to get into a warm car.
No, but I absolutely love my Kia Soul. It is perfect. It's perfect between a small car and an SUV. It's right there in the middle. Easy to get in and out of. Very roomy inside, surprisingly.
And it's the right shade of color.
Don't
takes off like a rocket. Snot rocket.
Stop. We're not calling it that.
I'm calling it that. That car will be snot rocket to me.
No.
At least I'm gonna call it Senior, like SR, Senior.
No.
Yes, snot rocket.
You can call it, you know, co-workers call it like Kermit. I've heard it called Pippi,
like Pippi or whatever that one frog from the Princess.
Yeah, I'm okay with Slimer even from Ghostbusters, but we're not calling it Snot Rocket.
I'm calling it Snot.
No, you're not.
If anything, I'll call it SR because it's Soul Rocket.
No,
yes, it's a soul. It's a rocket.
It's my car. I should get to name my car.
But I can come up with a nickname for your car, even if you name it something else. Like I call my Captiva Cap, you call it Bust-A-Cap.
I think Bust-A-Cap is much better. I mean, let the people vote.
I like Cap.
Cap versus a Bust-A-Cap. That's so much more creative and catchy. And...
No, it's like Captain America. They called him Cap for short. That's what I did.
Who called him Cap?
Ant-Man.
He called him Cap?
Yeah. I like Cap for Captiva.
I think Bust-A-Cap is much more creative and unique.
Cappy. I would even go with Cappy as well. So, wow. All right. So,
we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we will see you guys on the next episode of Juggalo Talk. Remember, if you have any questions, any topics, you can head to the Discord, or you can come back to this video after it is done being live and leave it in the comments.
Literally comment on any video, and we'll hopefully...
Yeah, or, you know, yeah, like she said, any video on my channel, her channel, PewDiePie's channel, I guess.
I am not going through PewDiePie's chat. Like, there's comments. No, sir.
Yo, Juggalo Collectibles, I'm jealous that you can even ride a unicycle. But anyway.
Ooh, that's cool.
Thank you guys for joining us.
We need to do a video of that. I want to see a video of how to ride one.
Hell yeah. Any final words?
Yes.
End it.
Are you ending it?
I'm ending it. See you guys next time.